This video goes out to all the men and women out there in uniform who serve in the United States military or any other nation out there who is responsible for pushing this New World Order agenda. Now, for many men and women in uniform, they are blue pills. They believe wholeheartedly what they are doing is for the sake of liberty. And I say this because I too was once a blue pill. I too believed in what we were fighting for. It is somewhat romantic to offer a person who's from nowhere and tell him, we can make your life successful, come with us and you'll have a grand adventure. Not only that, you will have money for college, you will be set for life, and you'll be set for life helping this world become a better place. It's a very romantic notion, and for anyone in uniform, that has been instilled into us, that what we are doing is the right thing. It is hard to break that type of mentality. It is very hard. In fact, you are looking at a former officer candidate. I gave up my officer candidacy because I discovered about the Illuminati and this New World Order agenda. That being said, I have been reduced in rank. My commanders were not happy with my decisions, but my life is for me to determine, not the Army's. At any rate, for all those soldiers who happen to be watching me right now, this message is to you. Many of you out there are blue pills. What I mean by that is that you are not aware of this grand agenda of an establishment of a one world government under total tyranny and the subjugation of all mankind. If you've never heard of this agenda, I suggest you stop this video right now and look up the New World Order. Simply type in New World Order, because no one can be truly told what the New World Order is. You must learn about it for yourself. I can go on for hours, for days in fact, and try to explain to you what this grand conspiracy is. But to be perfectly frank, it's quite difficult. So it's just easier to tell you a piece of the story. Let me tell you a piece of the story, starting with the war in Iraq. We were told, and for this purposes we're going to go with strictly common sense. We were told that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. In fact, our Vice President, Dick Cheney, said there was no doubt that Iraq had a nuclear weapons program. Said there was no doubt in his mind that Iraq had secret chemical programs, that they were developing weapons of mass destruction. So we went in there believing this lie, and we fought hard trying to find the truth when we got to Iraq. And you know what that truth was? Nothing. A total lie. Not one weapon of mass destruction has been found to date, except for a few cans of old, expired mustard gas that was probably planted by U.S. Special Forces. In fact, I've heard of missions that the Special Forces of the United States had to where they were sent to Iraq to plant false evidence of a weapons of mass destruction program. And I've heard that not from conspiracy theorists. I've heard that from fellow soldiers, from people in intelligence. I'm not going to reveal their names, but for this instance, you're just going to have to believe in that value we were taught, in honesty and integrity. I have honor, and I have integrity, and when I tell you this, I mean this with the absolute truth. Now, there are those soldiers out there watching me now that believe I am a traitor to the cause. Well, let me tell you something. There's only one cause a soldier has in the United States military, and that is the cause of liberty. Now, if our government becomes corrupt to those ends of the rights we defend, it is our duty as American soldiers, our duty ladies and gentlemen, because we swore an oath. You remember? It is our duty to overthrow and abolish said government and establish new government to carry out that agenda of preservation of our rights and our liberties. We did not swear an oath to God to defend the government against the American people. No, we swore an oath to the United States Constitution, and we serve the people of the United States. We don't serve the president. It says it in our Army oath. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. Now, if you are an American soldier and the day comes where you are told to imprison this American citizen without being tried, without being convicted of any form of crime, then you are in direct dereliction of duty. Soldiers like myself are the only ones left that truly understand the meaning of liberty and have not been swayed by our leaders. Now, I'm not trying to lecture you. What I am trying to do is remind you of your primary oath. I am not a traitor to my country. In fact, I'm the total opposite. I am a fighter for liberty. I believe in liberty so much that I swore to defend it with my life. I enlisted at a very young age because I believed in liberty. And quite frankly, I have not changed at all. I still believe in liberty, and I still believe in what I swore to protect. The only difference is the realization of who truly are the real terrorists, who are really jeopardizing our freedoms in our nation. Look up the New World Order. Look up the New World Order. Look up the New World Order. For the love of God, if you are in the military and you do not know what the New World Order is, what the one world government Antichrist agenda under the Illuminati is, you need to fucking look it up, because it is some scary shit, and it will make you question your life. It will make you question whether you were suckered. Does it not concern you that they are now taking anybody into the military? Anybody. They have lowered the ASVAB test minimum standards several times because they are so desperate to get soldiers in uniform. People out there are waking up. They're smelling the bullshit, and they are taking the best America has to offer and throwing them to the slaughter. Now, many of us have lost friends in combat. I know I have. And it hurts to think that those people have died in vain. Well, it's up to us to make sure that they do not die in vain. And it doesn't mean missing success in Iraq. What it means is that those rights and liberties they fought and died for in America are preserved. And in this country, thousands of American soldiers in every war since the Revolution have gave their lives for the preservation of the Constitution and democracy. I'll be damned if we are the generation that lets them down. Remember every soldier who came before you and stood before that flame and understood the meaning of being a soldier. You're going to let them down if we let our government get away with this. Don't let the bastards in the White House sway you into what you think is right or wrong. You know it in your heart. What these fuckers are doing is nothing short of tyranny. Think about it. I hope to God you think about it. Look up the goddamn New World Order. Hooah.